Welcome back. It seems that no institution is immune to the callous minds of criminals. The District 2 Education Office, located in Sans Souci, was the latest target of breaking and entering. Solange Alfred provides an update on that robbery.
In a previously aired broadcast of the Hot 7 Nightly News, brief mention was made of a breaking and entering at the District 2 office in Sans Souci. As of Friday, March 22nd, the press relations officer in the Royal St. Lucia Police Force, Corporal Anne Joseph, has confirmed that between the dates of 20th March 7 p.m. and 21st March 7:10 a.m., an unknown person gained access into the District 2 compound. It was revealed that a laptop and 2 refrigerators were taken. Corporal Ann informed that after a search was conducted, the 2 refrigerators were discovered in a nearby abandoned building. The whereabouts of the laptop remain unknown. Anyone with information regarding this robbery can contact the Royal St. Lucia Police Force. Reporting for Hot 7 News, I am Solange Alfred.
The Bureau of Standards is being proactive in their approach to moving in the direction of regional marijuana movements. The formation of an ad hoc committee looks to engage educational and research representatives in dialogue on all things marijuana.
The St. Lucia Bureau of Standards on Friday, 22nd March, launched an ad hoc mirror committee that looks to spearhead and participate on works on the adaptation of standards for marijuana. The institution is blazing forward with this move to ensure that the proper standards are in place in light of growing regional interest in the use of cannabis. Hot 7 News asked if we had what it took to be a part of this ad hoc committee. However, Director of the SLBS, Vern Emmanuel, assured that the Cannabis Committee is made up of representatives well experienced in a wealth of weed knowledge.
This committee is formed of both state and non-state actors. You have the Royal St. Lucia Police Force, the South Louis Community College, Ministry of Health, the Pharmacy Council, the Substance Abuse Secretariat, also Ministry of Sustainable Development, Invest St. Lucia, and the cannabis movement, and also other persons of general interest.
Emmanuel stated the work that laid ahead for the committee encompassed the adaptation of standardization of marijuana to that of international standards.
We intend to leverage our MOU with ASTM to fully participate in D37, and this committee here will go through parts of the subcommittees and fully participate in the work of ASTM in the development of standards for cannabis. Participating in an international committee, we can bring the necessary points of view from our perspective as part of the international process so that these things are taken into account, so that when you have a final international standard produced, that it can be applicable and useful to our current situations.
The subcommittees include indoor and outdoor horticulture and agriculture, quality management systems, laboratory, processing and handling, security and transportation, personnel training, assessment, credentialing, industrial hemp, and executive and terminology.
The work of ASTM D47 speaks to all areas along the value chain of cannabis, from growing, from seed to the table, from production, all areas of laboratory testing, purity, ensuring that the value chain is properly quantified. Essentially, you're looking at the agricultural aspects of it and also the manufacturing and production aspects of it, labeling, supply chain. Also, they speak to the areas of industrial hemp, the terminology, executive administration, the security measures you need to put in place in operating within that industry.
Emmanuel emphasized the legal aspects of the industry is not on the agenda for the St. Lucia Bureau of Standards. He insisted the main focus of the ad hoc committee remains to inspect protocols that have been developed on an international level and to follow and contribute in that regard. Reporting for Hot 7 News, I am Solange Alfred.
Surpassing over 21 rounds, the Francophonie Spelling Bee turned out to be an extensive display of talented students pushing the envelope for spelling perfection. In the end, only one emerged victorious.
The 10th annual Francophonie Spelling Bee competition, held on Friday 22nd March, pitted 15 competitors against each other. and after 21 rounds, only 4 participants were left. The students hailed from various secondary schools around the island and battled it out to find out who would reign supreme as Francophonie Spelling Bee Champion 2019. Speaking with teacher from the Auger Secondary School, Janine Shai Henry, she expressed her nerve-wracking excitement that her student, Tissa Dorville, remained one of the 4 fighting for the championship.
I am very, very nervous. I cannot stay in one position because I want her so to win. We participated last year and she came 3rd. And she was very, very disappointed that she came 3rd. So what she did, she said, "Miss, I'm coming 1st this year." So I am very, very nervous. I'm happy for her, but I cannot keep still.
Tissa Dorville of the Auger Secondary School would go on to spell her way to becoming the Francophonie Spelling Bee Champion of 2019. Her teacher, Miss Henry, had only soaring praises for the student she described as independent, confident, and a model scholar.
Tissa is a student who is very independent in her learning. She's extremely intelligent. You just tell her what to do and she does it. In addition to that, she does extra work. When you come across model students, that is one. And she's intrinsically motivated. She does her thing herself. She will find you to pester you and she wants more and more. So she's the kind of student you don't mind going the extra mile for. That is why I'm extremely proud of her.
Meanwhile, Henry highlighted the impact that healthy competition has on the life of students. She noted that participants can greatly benefit from the exposure and gain confidence from conquering their nerves.
I think it's a good thing. I really do. I mean, it promotes the French language. We are in Francophonie Month, actually. And the thing about it is I wish I had an opportunity when I was at school. I don't know if I'd have the balls to do it. I don't know if I'd be more nervous than she is, but I think it's a good thing. It's a good thing. Competition is not too bad for the soul. And in addition to that, every child who participates gets something. It's just a bit nerve-wracking when you're up there, but when you finish, especially if you did not come first, you say, that was easy, I want to do it again next year. That is why she's doing it again this year.
The Francophonie Spelling Bee competition forms part of the annual program of activities in commemoration of International Francophone Day, which was held on March 20th. Reporting for Hot 7 News, I am Solange Alfred.
In other news, the Ministry of Equity tackles St. Lucia's shock responsiveness to disasters.
Climate shocks are not only responsible for increasing humanitarian crisis, but are also leading factors in augmenting poverty and food insecurity in St. Lucia. To deal with this situation, countries must implement systems that can respond effectively to protect the vulnerable who depend directly on social services for their survival and welfare. To accomplish this task, on Tuesday, March 19th, the Ministry of Equity, Social Justice, Local Government and Empowerment, in partnership with the United Nations World Food and the Caribbean Disaster Emergency Management Agency, CDEMA, held a consultation at the Ministry's conference room. United Nations World Food Representative Ms. Francesca Kadia stated that the procedure will commence with the examination of the social services of the social protection system.
Our focus in St. Lucia is to really look at how national social protection system can coexist as part of disaster risk management protocols and procedures in the event of an emergency. We are delighted to be here, to be invited to be part of to carry out the study. We're looking at analyzing these systems from 5 technical areas: coordination, financing, information management, data management and targeting mechanisms.
Disaster caused by weather-related hazards impose large cost on the country's fragile economy and exacerbates poverty levels. They have destroyed infrastructure and disrupted the provision of essential services.
We do envisage that whatever findings come out of this, we'll use it to strengthen the overall social protection system in St. Lucia. And hopefully that we have a more responsive social protection system that responds to natural disasters.
Social protection can help people manage climate and disaster risk by helping the most vulnerable to respond before the disaster happens. Reporting from the Ministry of Equity, Social Justice, Local Government and Empowerment, I am Chevroy Marius.
This is the Hot 7 Nightly News. We'll be back after this quick break.